Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Pluto and Virgo in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Pluto signs and the natal chart, and they were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do is make another series on it in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up. As far as Pluto and Virgo goes, well, Pluto in astrology is connected with passion and desire. So there may be a very strong, intense, passion, desire for statistics, analytics, compartmentalizing work, employment, service, doing things, trying to be as perfect as one possibly can be, and trying to be infallible in whatever is being done. There might be a lot of worrying about trying to get something done in a very flawless manner, and also meticulous attention to detail is another thing that this person may have a strong passion and desire for. It can be to maybe even things Virgo like professions, whether it's being a data or systems analyst. There may be a strong passion desire for that. Working as a nutritionist, dietitian, fitness instructor, doing something with some kind of diagnostic work, working as a statistician, as some examples of veterinarian, and this is also a position too. If you have um, you know Pluto and Virgo, negative side could be a compulsive complainer in some instances. This is generational. I mean, you got to look at the house placement. I would say is of more significance than the sign, but the sign can play a role to some degree. If you have Pluto in the sixth house in your natal chart, it can be comparable to this placement, but naturally you got to blend in the sign as well. Pluto is also associated with power and control. This person may have a strong desire to have that power and control in matters pertaining to their employment, to their work that they're doing um, with employees. Um, it could be service-related matters, their own routine, and really, I mean, Virgo is very, scrupulous energy. So they may have their own way of getting the power and control by simply being scrupulous, being reliable, punctual, timely with things. I mean, this person, say, is at some place where, they're employed by a company, um, being very reliable, being punctual, being dependable. Those are things that might suit very well, of course, with employers. And this is how they may decide to stay in control of their general job, their general situation at the place that they're employed at. Now, Pluto in astrology is also connected with our intimate relationships. So, one or more of these people may actually be a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are very scrupulous, timely, punctual, meticulous with details. It could be those that might be judgmental, cynical, critical, pedantic, verbose, wordy, analytical. As some examples, it might be people that are somewhat worrisome. And one or more of these people may be in a Virgo profession, whether it's working as a nutrition, dietitian, data or systems analyst, doing something as working with pets, being a veterinarian, um, maybe computer programming, anything that requires detail, working as an editor or proofreader, as some examples. Pluto in astrology is connected with transformation. So if this person is making, some major change or transformation in his or her life, naturally being in Virgo, may be done, being very punctilious with details. It may be something work or employment related to one's health. I mean, I have Pluto in Virgo in my natal chart, and back in the day where I was actually able to work out vigorously, I tried to make a transformation with my own, physical body by working out, a lot and very consistently, being very, reliable, you could say, and consistent with the workouts. And this could also be, just a general transformation as far as one's health, their diet, nutrition. Uh, it could also be if somebody is making a major change or transformation and has this placement in the chart, the transformation may be done in a very methodical and systematic manner. It may be done, by being, just very reliable and punctual with whatever it is they're doing. It could be matters associated with hygiene as well. Some cases it may be done through some detox, and it might even be, as far as employment, goes. I understand, a lot of people may make some major change or transformation in their employment regardless of astrological placements, but it may be more emphasized with this placement as opposed to most others. It may have more of a, stronger impact on a person somehow, than many other astrological placements on average. Now, the thing too is Pluto is also about rebirth and regeneration. So this person at some point in time may feel like, there may be some resurgence in some health related matter, becoming healthy. Could be just by being healthier once again, um, going back to where, person had been, health wise too, as far as work and employment. It could be something where, somebody, has this placement, they may shut their business down at some point if they're in some business, and then revive it later on at some point in time. And if there is some rebirth or regeneration, whatever it may be done again in that Virgo like methodical and systematic manner. It may be done in a very, kind of perfunctory manner, I would say, as well. And it may be associated, with something service related, whether it's troubleshooting computers or diagnosing vehicles. Routine as well. It could be the rebirth of an old routine somebody may have. Now, Pluto in astrology is also associated with death and figurative deaths, endings, obliteration. Pluto is connected with destruction. So having Pluto in Virgo in your natal chart, this person may experience, it could be more deaths, more endings, so to speak, connected with their employment. It may be in matters with pets. Um, it may be done, death, people that have this placement are dealing with death. There may be more analysis in connection with it than the average person. There may be some, ending in a way a person had taken care of himself, as far as hygiene goes. It might be something where somebody makes some change in connection with that. It could be, some death or ending, person again, since Virgo is connected with work and employment. This could be the ending in some cases of actually working, and maybe it happens at a quicker point in time than the average person. Um, it could be matters with diet and nutrition, where a person, may have to, end some kind of diet and go on to something else, completely eradicate, what they've been doing as far as assimilation of food, as an example. Pluto is also associated with support, and whether it's moral, emotional, or monetary support. So people that have this placement may give and receive support in a frugal manner. It may be done very timely in a punctual manner as well. It could be matters with pets, health related, things. It could be, connected, health practitioners, maybe people that are very supportive of you if you're trying to make some change in your health or your diet or whatever it might be. If you're, like, say you go to your primary healthcare physician and you're looking for, some help through a specialist, your health practitioner may be likely to help you in that manner, without much resistance. getting you to that specialist that's needed to take care of your problem. As an example, it could be, just really, again, matters with nutrition and diet as well. This is where you may get, the support from others, and it could be moral support in those matters. And also, in Pluto in astrology is associated with surgery and trauma. So there may be some surgery and or trauma associated with the spleen, the pancreas, something intestinal, the abdomen. It could be ruptured spleen, as an example. There may be something with the pancreas. Maybe say, there may be a little greater propensity for some pancreatic cancer, as an example. Abdominal issues, some kind of trauma associated with the abdomen, as an example. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.